Alright, hey ho yo! Welcome to the stream. My name is Gibbs, the Gathering Guy, and I stream most weeknights and sometimes on the weekend. I love playing MMOs and gathering games, but every once in a while I like to play crazy maniacal characters and play games in different odd ways and explore the gaming world from World of Warcraft all the way to Dungeons and Dragons. And today, we are exploring Black Desert Online. So, let us begin. I hope everybody had a lovely evening, a lovely day. It is beautiful outside. Where I'm at, it is 70 degrees out. Okay. So, we're in Black Desert Online. Now, this game is known as the king of AFK games. So we're going to head over to Heidel as we run here, and I'll explain a little bit about the game. So, this is an MMO, but it has an immense amount of systems in it. So if we look at the map here, let's look at the whole map. This map is huge. And if you look here, there's an ocean, and the ocean goes all the way across to another little land over here. So every little dot that you see here, like let's zoom in to Heidel. This is a node. And if you look, there's these little lines that connect from node to node. And if you connect them together, like how they're highlighted here, you can make a network. Now your network, your node network, is how your workers can travel through. So I've got all these workers working right now, going all over the world, collecting things. So let's go back to the map. So there's a farm over here, and I have a worker that is collecting cotton and cotton yarn. Wherever that worker is based out of, they bring that material that they're collecting back to the home base. So they're bringing... My home base is set up at Heidel. So if you look at my bank, I've got all this junk in here because all of my workers are out of Heidel. So they'll collect here, then I can sell them, you can move them around. But what I wanted to focus on today are the little systems that we have. So, in this game, there are different professions that you can do. Here's the one that we want to focus on today, gathering. I love gathering. That's what I like to do in all the games, from Black Desert, World of Warcraft, Guild Wars 2, New World, Final Fantasy 14. I love gathering. But something that's amazing that they have in this game as well is fishing. So everything in this game is equipment based. The way that you progress is through getting better equipment. You can level, but it doesn't really matter because it's the equipment that you get that really makes the difference in this game. So I have this fishing rod. And what this fishing rod does is decreases the casting time for when I'm fishing. But not just fishing. AFK fishing. So I don't even need to be playing the game. And my character will be collecting resources. Now the downside to this, like I mentioned last stream, the game has to be open for that to work, which I am not the biggest fan of. So right now we're going from Altanova to Heidel, so then I can pick up my axe and my gathering clothing. So then we can head out and start cutting down trees, and we can see what this game feels like with gathering and compare that to the other games that I've played. Now, this game is... There's so many systems, right? Here's another little one, an AFK system. As long as you are online, every 30 minutes or so, you can collect dice, and that can get your little character, the little black spirit, to go around, and then you can get things from doing this. So if he lands on this spot, I'm going to get a conch, look, another fruit. Like you can just keep doing this over and over and over again. So then in another 30 minutes, I'll get another dice. This game is pay to initially play. What the fuck is this? But then once you have played, they get you back into the game through the login rewards. So because I haven't played in a long time, there's the welcome back, right? I can get this value pack, which is basically the subscription fee because it increases the amount of money that you can get, the amount of experience you can get, increases your inventory, storage, everything. Kind of like Elder Scrolls Online, how you have to pay to increase your bank size. This is the same thing. Now, there's always a season going on, so there's always going to be a login per month or whatever the season is. It's Dracania Awakening. So you can collect every day that you log in. Like yesterday, I got skill experience for 300%. So when I go running around cutting down trees, I'll activate that so then I get 300% increased skill. You could get the dragon if you log in for 7 days straight. Then there's also another one, a special one, that if you log in for 21 days, you can eventually get a premium box outfit. So you could get an outfit. So last time I played a game, we were talking about New World and how there is no market in the game to connect real world money to the game itself. All right, we got our gathering clothes. Let's drop off some of this beer. Let's feed everybody, feed the workers, and we'll drop it off. So then we have more room in our inventory to collect wood. Okay, let's go chop down some trees as we run around here. So this game's economy is different. Oh, come on. There we go. So there's an auction house, just like most MMOs, the central market, and you can sell items in it, right? You have a warehouse. There's a bunch of different items that you can sell. Now, things you can sell are things you can buy in the Pearl shop. So you buy, there's 2 different currencies that you would buy. You'd change your dollar bill into a different currency, the action coins or whatever, and then you get pearls. You can spend the pearls on different items in the game. So it can increase how fast you learn a skill. You could give a buff to the entire zone. Experience boosts, inventory boosts. This is how the game earns a lot of its money. How much weight you can carry, so how many logs you can hold. And then there is the convenience pack, which is the monthly subscription, basically. Like if you don't have this, you're pretty much losing out. And you can sell this in the marketplace. So there's the real world money to in-game currency that helps stabilize the economy. But then there's also different outfits that you can get for your character, right? So that's the other way that you can spend real world money in this game. And it is pretty pay to win, right? Because if you don't have that pack, if you don't have that 30-day buff, like because I just started playing again, they automatically gave one to me for 14 days. So I have the benefit of having it. Now I got that scroll yesterday for the 300%. Where was it? There were 3 of them. There are 3. There it is. The increase. So then I'll use that when I'm going around collecting trees. Also, every day, you get little challenge completion awards. So I can then collect another skill increase here as we're going. Where is it? Here it is. So I can get that one, and then there should be another one. But I don't think I'm above level 50, so I can't use that one. Great. Now I have a bunch of buffs, so I can go around and collect wood. So let's get out of the city here and go collect. Start gathering. Let's chop down the tree. There we go. So in New World, the tree, you see it get chopped down. It falls down, right? In this game, when you collect it, right, if I try to go back up to the tree, you can't select it at all. That's how they do it in this game. A little bit different, but I still love the idea that you can chop down trees because that's really cool. Oh, another player. So let's continue running around here. So now that we're out of the city, the game feels a lot more stable. I've already reached beginner 7, and I've chopped down 3 trees. So you can see how the buffs definitely make it easier to level skills in this game. Right? Let's head this way. So we can head towards Valia, because I love that area. It looks beautiful. And hopefully by the time we get there, it should be daytime. All right, come on. See, somebody already chopped down that tree, so it's not available for me to chop down. But this one, I can chop down. Aha, here we go. So here's the main money catcher, right? So I chopped this tree down. Look at this. I got a little gem. That's how you earn money in this game. Oh, look, and there's one of my workers going about one of their jobs. So out in the world, you can see that your little workers are going and doing stuff. Ah, good morning, Sarah. Welcome. I hope you're having a lovely day today. Thank you for stopping back in. We are playing Black Desert Online, and we are chopping down trees and comparing it to how it feels in other games. It is beautiful. Nice and cool out today. It's not humid. It's nice and sunny. Okay. And see, somebody has gathered that tree, so it's not available to me. Of course, the ones along this road are probably going to be taken already. So let's move to an area where there are not as many people going to... Yeah, see, somebody got that one. So there's a bunch of different things you could do. Some of these rocks you can also mine. There's ore. A lot of the shrubbery. You can pick flowers and stuff from the shrubs. But I think that might require a different tool. So if you go into the auction house here, you can see life tools. Bunch of different life skills. So you can collect fluid from trees, you can skin animals, you can mine with a pickaxe. There's farming in this game, leatherworking, fishing. We already talked about that. You can hunt in the game. There's cooking and alchemy, so more of crafting. Then there's riding, which is training horses. My favorite is cutting down trees because that is interesting to me. That and sailing. Sailing is also a profession that you can do, and there is bartering. So just like buy low, sell high, that kind of a thing. So this game has a very strong tie to the money currency in real life, simply because there is so much that you can buy, and in order to progress to be competitive with other players in the game, you kind of need to spend money. So it would take me months to get to where... It might even take me a year to get to where other players are. Because the way that the game works. Let me see. This fishing pole, in order to get me to the highest level that it is right now, you need to use special little gems to level it up. Now, if it fails, it's like a flip of a coin. If it fails, it damages the fishing pole. And then you need to use a different gem to then repair the item. So you can level it to level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for this type of tool. But if you fail going from 9 to 10, it won't stay at 9. It'll go to 8 or 7. So it's kind of a luck of the draw kind of thing. So it's very, very punishing in the sense that it is basically gambling to try to make your gear better. But if you're not worried about the PvP aspect of it and you're just worried about gathering, you don't really need to worry about that. You can just get, like, I don't need this to be the highest level possible axe because I can just run back into town and repair it. It's easy as that, right? Like, as you can see, our durability is going down as we're doing it. The higher the level of the axe, the faster it'll be to collect the wood to cut down the tree. And we're already apprentice level. So we went from beginner and we're already apprentice. Another thing, so this game does it really nicely, which can be a barrier in some aspects, but it can also be a nice break, is in order to gather, you need energy. If you look up here in the top corner, I've got a bunch of different things. This is my combat skills. I have my energy level and then contribution points. The contribution points are used for the whole map to connect all my nodes together. You'd have to go to this little guy on the map, select the node, and then activate the node so then you can connect the map to have your workers. The combat skills are used to make your abilities do more damage. Pretty self-explanatory. And then the energy, so watch, I'm at 139. I'm going to chop down this tree. And it should go down to 138. There we go. See? That's how that works. Energy. So I can chop down 138 trees. Sometimes it doesn't count it. Sometimes it does. The higher your skill in gathering, the more likely you are to not lose energy gathering that item that you are collecting. So, with money sinks in the game, all these little creatures around me are pets. Now, pets are required for this game to loot. So they're going to go around and pick up everything that is dropped by things that you kill. So when you kill a monster, it drops loot. You could either run over and hit R to pick them up, or if you're on Xbox or PlayStation, whatever button loot is, or you could have pets that auto-loot it for you. Now, pets cost money, or you'd have to do the daily login to get the pet. Oops. So that's another way that they get you to spend money in this game, where it is pay to win in certain aspects. But for gathering, you don't need to. You do not need to spend that money. Let me think. Is there any reason to spend money in this game if you just want to gather? Trying to think here. I don't think there is. I don't really think there's a reason. I mean, you're definitely going to miss out on all the loot from leveling and killing monsters, but there really isn't a reason to buy any pets in this game. If you play long enough, which is not the ideal case, you're going to see those login rewards and you're going to be able to get pets over time. And just like I said before, this game is just system after system after system, right? There are pets, but there's a system for pets. There are tiers. Tier 1, 1, 1, 4, right? It goes up to 4. That's the highest tier as far as I know. You can combine level 1, 2, 3 pets together and smash them together to make a new pet using magic or whatever the game explains it as. So there's another another money sink. In order to get pets, you either need to play the game forever or buy pets and then combine them to get higher tier pets. And the pets, the reason why there's different tiers and why pets are better than others is it increases the buffs. So all the pets that I have out right now, there's a reason. So let's see. Tony, he increases my fishing experience, knowledge. Bugs increases my life experience, so me running around gathering stuff. Watto increases, combat experience, gathering experience, and my luck. He's a tier 4 pet, so he has 4 different little buffs that he gives me. My tier 4 Palmy, farming experience, trading, luck, skill experience, and then Lady here increases farming, cooking, and decreases the death penalty, or increases the death penalty resistance. So each of them have really good abilities, and these are my everyday pets. You have to keep them out. As pets continue here, you'll notice there's 0% on all these, but then these have higher percentages. The ones that have the higher percentages, that means that they're fed and they're actually going to pick things up. So you can have out a bunch of pets, but as they stay out, they're going to consume food. And you have to feed your pets if you want them to pick things up. Now, I keep these pets out all the time because they give me life skill increases. So I don't need to feed them because I'm not picking anything up. Yep. I also love my pets. I like Tony the best because, see, look, he'll come over and land on my shoulder. Hi, Tony. Oh, he flew away. There he goes. So the pets have funny little things that they do. And they can look all completely different, but they cost money. So, if you noticed, I rode my horse from Altanova to Heidel. There are horses in this game as well. There are different tier horses. There are 9 tiers of horses, 1 through 8, and then there's the legendary tier. In order to get a legendary tier horse, you need to collect a ton of consumables and then roll the dice to see if you get it to level up to legendary. There's a Pegasus, there's like a fire horse, and then like an undead-ish looking horse that you can get. And they all have their different abilities. But with horses, there's also horse breeding. So you can take 2 level 1 or tier 1 horses, breed them together, and maybe you might get a tier 2 horse. Now, remember how pets have different attributes? Horses also have different attributes. So they have different skills, And if you breed them together, they're most likely to overlap and then get those same skills. I'll tell you one thing. Every time I have played this game, I eventually get to horse breeding, and I quit every time I get to horse breeding because it is so frustrating. So now I just don't even touch it. I just have my tier 8 horse and I just ride him around. I don't try to do anything with them. I'm not trying to progress it. If I ever want to get one of those legendary horses, I'll just buy it. Because it's so much work. Let's see. The horse market. Let's see. Let's look for the dream, the legendary. You'd have to pay 12 billion, 11 billion, 9 billion for this one. But that's because it doesn't have any of the skills. So you could get a legendary horse, but you might not even get a good one because look, it only has 3 skills. This one has 21 out of 25. You want all 25 skills if you want a legendary horse, right? 23 out of 24? Great. 12 billion. Yep. Lots of money. Oh, hey. Nope. No thanks. Look at how gloomy it looks. Man, I wish it was sunny. This game is beautiful. Maybe it's the area that we're in. Yeah. Let's head back over towards the farms over here. Set a marker. So one of the ways that you level in this game is by killing all the monsters. You can also get experience like what I'm doing. You can gather. You can level through gathering, which is something that I've done and I love it. Now with horse breeding, in order to level a horse, you need to train it. How do you train it? Well, you run with it, so you use it. You ride the horse. So it's extremely time consuming because you need to be on the horse and running it around. But again, this is the AFK king, baby. You can do that not even playing the game. Oh, we're going to die if we jump there. So let's find a different way down. Another thing that's in this game is auto running. So my character's just running on its own. I'm not doing anything. And if I was riding a horse right now, I'd be leveling up that horse. So if we look at this top bar up here, we have my mount. We already covered that. There's also houses. There's player housing. So if you look at the city here, Valia, there's these different buttons here. So if I click on this little house, I currently have purchased this house and I'm using it for storage. But you can also live in the house if you wanted to. And this is what it looks like. And this is how much it would cost. Or no. Usage for the residents. No, that's not how much it would cost. It wouldn't cost you 44 million. You just need to remove the storage from this spot and add it to the residence. So I just have to click this button and then it would change it. And I'd be able to go into that house and it would look like that little picture in the bottom. And there's furniture that you can put inside your house. So this game is, again, system on system on system. So if we're going through this top bar up here, there's the workers. I already showed you them. They report and drop off whatever they're collecting or whatever they're doing to wherever they're from. All of my workers are out of Heidel, and I think 2 or 3 are from Altanova. So they drop off whatever they're getting from there into that city. So that's that tab. We already went over pets. Then there are maids. So anywhere in the world, I can summon Fairy Irene. She'll pop up, and then I can look at my storage, or I could go to the market. So I can post things from anywhere in the world. So if I really wanted to sell all the logs that I have in here, all this junk that I have, all I'd have to do is just summon that and then give them the material. That's it. And I can put it on the market. The next tab here is my player. You can then connect characters together so that it's easy to swap between them. So if you are, this is like my gathering character, right? If somebody was picking on me or being mean or doing, PvP, like there was a battle going on, I could connect this character to the other character and I could immediately swap to that character. Now I don't have any reason to do that because what I do is I keep my characters under level 49. The reason for that is if you're under level 49, you are not eligible to PvP. And in order to get above level 49, you have to do a specific quest. Well, I'm not going to do that quest because I don't want to be in PvP. I just want to run around and collect stuff, which is what I'm doing. And there's another one of my workers. Boy, is it gloomy today in this game. There we go. So, yesterday I was also talking about reliability and reactiveness of a game. Every game feels different, right? So if I'm just standing still and I hit forward, my character takes a second and then starts to run. Back and forth, same thing. My character has like a feeling. Like sometimes it moves really quickly, sometimes it's slower to start. And that's something that you kind of have to feel. You can see that the animation is a little bit different from side to side every once in a while, but it feels, a little bit more clunky. So kind of what I was going over earlier, comparing Black Desert Online to World of Warcraft, to Guild Wars 2, to New World, to Final Fantasy 14, they all have their own feeling. Out of all of those games, I think World of Warcraft has the most reactive consistency. So when I move my character, it's gone. There we go. We moved. I think underneath that, this game, Black Desert Online, and very, very, very close behind it, then we have New World. And I just can't rate Final Fantasy 14 because I have not played it as much. I think World of Warcraft is way above all the others as far as reactivity, and then BDO, Guild Wars 2, and then New World at the bottom as far as reactivity. You know what? I take that back. Locked in, my list would be World of Warcraft, Guild Wars 2, Black Desert Online, New World. I'm omitting Final Fantasy 14 just because I have not played it in such a while. It's a long time. Based off of reactivity, I think they feel, in my opinion, that's what order I think they feel the best in. As far as the 3 games that I've played so far, New World definitely has the best gathering system. It is definitely the most... Oh, I was just up here. Let's go somewhere else. Where's some trees at? Oh, if you saw those exclamation points and the deer's running away, see that right here? That is the hunting. So if I had a little gun equipped, I could go hunting. See, there's one up there too. Little deer. Again, system on system on system. So, just like in New World and World of Warcraft and every other MMO, you have buffs. Up at the top... Oh, already got this tree. Dang. Did I go through here? Or someone else must be going through here too. Yep, somebody... See, this is where it's like, lose a little bit of immersion because I can't tell immediately that the tree is no longer available for me to collect. Whereas New World, there wouldn't be a fucking tree there at all. We've been on for 30 minutes, so now we can collect the dice, roll. Let's continue. Oh, got that tree. How about this one? Not this one, though. Alright. Apprentice 7. Lovely. It's going very quickly. I feel like I was talking about something. World of Warcraft. The buffs. With the buffs. That's what it was. So all the way at the top, up here, we have a bunch of different buffs. Happy Black Spirit. Okay, so I guess that's just a general buff that everybody has. Let's see, any of these trees? There we go. Then we have the value pack, which is basically the monthly subscription. Appearance change, so I can change the way that my character physically looks. Like I can change your face if I really want to. Whoa. Hold on. Here we go, right into the next thing. So I could change the way that my character looks if I really wanted to. There's also emotes in this game. So I just backed up to a tree and then she immediately started leaning against it. Pretty cool. Oh, and there's the camera. So there's also a camera mode where you can go and take pictures of your character. Come on, get up. So the buff at the top, what we were talking about, I can change the way my character physically looks, their nose, their hair, the color, everything. And the creation in this game is very detailed. Probably one of the best character creators out of any MMO I've ever seen. Because it's basically a dress-up game. And again, that dress-up game is for the Pearl shop where they're trying to get you to spend money. That's why the system is so good for creating your character. There's the dye palette. So the mouse palette, you can dye your armor to make it look differently. Again, trying to get the Pearl shop. We have the nodes right here. So currently, where I am standing, I do not have a node connection. So if I were to pick something up, that is something that I could turn into a trader, like with bartering, I would not be able to get the full worth of the item because I do not have a node for where I picked that item up. Next, we have the experience. Apparently there's an event going on where I have 200%, 250% combat experience and 50% life, and all of that, can't get that tree. All of it stacks together with the little buffs that we have down here, the consumable buffs. The next one, the bell. So that is the bell. The bell buff is a buff that you can buy from the store or from loyalty points. We'll get to loyalty points at some point as well. But that does kind of the same thing. It increases your experience, combat experience, by 100%. Yay, and then it shows who rang it. We have a returning adventurer, so that gave me the little subscription. What is this one? Argus Fever. Actually, don't know what this is. Okay, so that's a new event that's going on. And then I am on the Olivia server. So this is, the Olivia servers are for all new and returning characters or accounts. So because I haven't played in who knows how long, I'm allowed to be on this server and get increased experience for leveling. I think it's under a certain level. Not sure. Okay. So, why would you want to play this game? Why would you want to log in and play this game every day? So, we have the login rewards. Yep. We got the newest one, the Elixir. There are also loyalty points, and you get those over here. Challenges, where you complete. Here it is, loyalty points. You can use the loyalty points in the Pearl Shop. Nope, Pearl Shop. So, you could buy any of these items using those loyalty points. Now, the good ones, you could buy the subscription fee for $1, and it costs $2. So, you'd have to log in for 28? No, that doesn't make sense. It would be, you have to log in for a certain amount of days to get this, right? Because you get 200 a day. Half a month. You'd have to log in for half a month to get this. You can get a character expansion for logging in for 50 days, right? So this is something that accumulates over time, and then you can spend it. I have 10,000, so I could technically get the expansion slot, which is what I would probably get, because I think that is the greatest value. But then you can also get inventory expansion. You can also get a weight increase. See? You can purchase the weight. Look, it's so easy. They're just trying to get you to spend money in this game. So, we have the daily rewards, why you'd want to play. You have the daily rewards, we have the loyalty points, we have all the things you can get from just logging in and just playing AFK. Then you can collect them all, and you can either use them or you can sell them on the market for more money. Money, 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 money. So pros and cons to playing this game. If you are worried you are going to spend money, I would not play this game. Because everything that is in this game is here to try to get you to spend money. Unless you have an iron will, and you know that you have a vice grip on your wallet, then you can play this game, right? If you are looking to spend money on a video game, oh my gosh. I mean, look at that. I opened up my inventory, you hit the plus button, and I could spend 100 and some bucks right there. Like, if you have a disposable income, this is the game for you. Because you're going to get really good really quickly. If you're looking for a very cheap, and I mean cheap, this game was like 99 cents at one point. You just have to buy that, and then you're in the game. If you are looking for a relaxing game that you can play, and you don't want to spend money, as long as you're not worried about the combat and being competitive, and you just want to gather, I think this is a great game. Because there are so many different aspects of the game that you can use and do. Like gathering, selling things on the auction house, and then once you sell things on the auction house in the central market, you could then buy things. So if you're worried about, here, see, look at this. We've got a bunch of different items that this one is 48 billion silver for this belt. 48, this one's 127 billion. And this is just one slot, one armor slot. But that is the best item that you could possibly get for that slot. These are all the slots that you have for armor. You could play this game and gather and slowly collect the combat gear that you want. You could not even participate in combat if you didn't want to. There are life skill guilds Guilds are another huge part of this game. So I'm not in one because I have not been playing the game. But you can join a guild, and every guild gives out buffs. So that buff for the guild will increase the amount of life skill that you get, percentage-wise. It could give, there might be events where everybody goes out and does special things. The last guild that I was in was a sailing guild, which sailing is a whole nother system on top of everything else that we've talked about. All right, with sailing, there are different levels of boats. Let me open up the auction house here because I think it'll be easier to show the boats this way. So ships, here we go. So, obviously the smallest one, the rowboat, very slow. It'll show you the speed in here. Acceleration 100%. It's slow. You have the Calfian rowboat, the median rowboat, and then the fishing boat. The fishing boat goes a little bit faster. It looks different. It's bigger. It can hold more items in it. Then there is the frigate and the sailboat. I currently have the Hiya sailboat, and I made it myself. I would not do that again. If you are interested in this game and you even want to try sailing, just buy the license. Earn the money and just buy it. It's so much easier than going through and collecting everything and then going over to Hiya over here, unlocking the fishing house, and then putting it all together. It's a mess. It's a nightmare. It is so much work to do. But like I was saying, the fishing guild that I was in would have events every single night. And one of the things that they would do is, like I showed in the very beginning, there's this huge map, right? All the nodes. I have a node that connects from here all the way over, to here. So the guild would sail every single day. We'd all get on one person's boat and sail from Altanova all the way over to this little island over here. We'd do a quest and then come all the way back. And that would help us level the sailing ability. The sailing ability allows you to go faster in your boat and unlocks different skills as you increase your sailing ability. Ooh, fairy breath. What is that? Wow. Very cool. One of the cool things about this game is if you can pick it up, you can sell it. Like I just picked this up, I can sell it. This, sell. Everything can be sold. So, the most satisfying thing in this game is probably getting all the systems to work together for you to create your own empire. Because you can have your workers out collecting things. You can be out collecting things. And then you can sell it all and make a ton of money and then buy whatever you want in the game to help you do what you want to do. Whether it's get a legendary axe that I need to repair very shortly, or it's to get the boat, or to unlock another node, to buy materials to then get a really cool looking house, put stuff in the house, whatever it is that you're interested in. This game is huge. It has something for everything. You want a specific type of gear because you want your character to look a specific way. I mean, it's endless. If you want a game that goes on forever, this is a great game. But be warned, it's going to try to get you to spend money. It's very cheap to start playing the game, but if you want to compete at a high level, it's going to cost you a lot of money and a lot of time. And this is not a single player game. This is MMO. This is an MMO. Oh, our weapon is broken. So let's run into the town here and we will repair it. And once we get back in, I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. This game requires an internet connection all the time. So if you don't have good internet and it constantly cuts out, you playing AFK is going to be really rough because it's going to constantly disconnect you. You have to keep this game on all the time if you want to be competitive, or if you want to AFK fish all night long while you're not playing the game or while you're at work. And then there's the whole spend money. However, this game's economy is very stable because of that high connection to the real world currency. So there are pros and cons to this game being the way it is. Come on, load in. All right, let's repair everything. Nope, nope. Cool. So here's the little screen that you can so if my fishing pole or whatever it was damaged from me upgrading it, that's where you would repair the item back up. Okay. I'm going to take a short break here. I will be right back in a few minutes. Alright, we are back. One thing that I am very pleased about is we've been running around in this game for a little over an hour. And where are the bots at? Huh? The great thing about this game being an AFK simulator is there's no bots, right? Look at all these people. These people are AFK fishing right here. And that's totally alright. They're allowed to. I love AFK fishing. I love that that's that's an accepted part of the game. You can just hang out with your computer on and just stand there and fish. Now, what this person's doing right here is they are AFK crafting. So they're standing right next to the banker right here, and they are smelting items constantly. So they put a few thousand ore or whatever metal or something into their bags, and then they smelt it. They take the time and just craft it. Keep the logs, get rid of this, this, this. So what I'm doing right now is I accessed the warehouse. And what I'm doing is putting all the stuff that I have into the warehouse. Maple, ash, this, these. Put the apples in. Great. And then, now that it's in my warehouse, from anywhere I'm at, I can go to the central market, sell things, and now look, it's all in there. So I can sell it whenever I'm ready. It's as simple as that. Very easy. Now, this game is very expansive. I mean, like I said before, this guy is horrific. Let me just pull up my inventory to cover up his face. There are so many systems in this game that it can be very overwhelming. So, I like to, whenever I play a game, or want to play a game on the stream, I'll play it the day before just so I can get the feeling of it first. Right? It's going to be kind of the same thing with this game. If you really want to play it, the first day that you play it, you are not going to make a lot of progress. I'll tell you that right now, just because there's so much going on. That in there. Here we go. So, while I was out cutting down trees, I got 2 items right here. So we got the ambers. Now these are different items that you can't just sell to a vendor. So if you look at it, it says origin, Benthos Forest, contribution point. It's in blue and it says invested. So now what I can do is I can go up to a trader and I can sell it. So this is the trade part of the game. So we come up here, trade master. I can go into trade, and now I could sell it for 9,000 each. But I collected it. See, look, you can see where I got it from. Logia Farm, and then Benthos. This one is less. This one is more because of the distance. It's farther away. See, 2% distance bonus. So if I were to go across the ocean and sell these little saps that I collected from the trees, I would earn more money than if I just sold it here. So again, you want to buy low, sell high, or collect things, and you can always travel across the world and sell them. Like I said, system on system on system for this game. And then there's how are you going to get there, right? Are you going to take a boat? There's NPC boats that you could take that travel back and forth. It takes about 45 minutes to get over there. Is it worth your time to go over there? Do you have enough that's going to make it worth your time to get from point A to point B and all the way back? It's a lot to think about. But are you even looking for that, right? Do I care that it's going to take me 45 minutes on a boat, or I just want to hang out with the game open? I'm watching a video or something on my other screen or tabbed out, and it doesn't matter about efficiency. I don't care about efficiency. So however you want to play the game, you can. Nobody says that you have to do it one specific way. I like to stay away from the combat in this game just because, well, that's where the toxicity can be. Gathering, there can be toxicity because if two of us are running up to a tree, I get there first, then they might get mad. If they get there first, I might get mad. But that's just human interaction. Nothing you can do about that. So we're going to head back towards Heidel, heading south. One thing that I was looking at when I was AFK right before I got back was a little mini map in the top right-hand corner. So as you can see, it shows that my little marker that I left is over here. I want to go to Heidel. So I'll drop my little marker down here. So then on the mini map, you can see, oh, there's the path that it wants me to go. It's that way. You can also see the little red dots. Those are the bad guys, the animals, the monsters, whatever is out there. But there are multiple options for the minimap that I just noticed. There's a 3D option. So I'm the 2D right now. There's 3D. If I turn, no. So it stays static, but then you can see that there's all the little monsters around. I think that that is very disorienting though. So I like the 2D because then I can see the little map and I like to see the forest from top down. Look at these little goblins hanging out. So because I'm a higher level, they don't even want to touch me. They don't even see me, which is kind of nice. If you look at the mini map, there's a huge cluster of them over to the side over here. And there are different markers per the type of monster. So if you see right up here, there is a big one. That is the guy over here. So there are elite mobs in this game. They obviously do more damage, have more health, and they're more dangerous to be around. And they can potentially drop better loot. Again, system on system. Speaking of system, here's our dice. Let's roll. Great. More junk. More junk for the trunk. So again, if you look up at the top, I am not in a spot that I have the node investment benefit. So if I were to get one of those little goops, the little items that I could turn into the trader, I wouldn't get as much money from it. as I'm running around here, oh, somebody got that tree. How about this one? Yay. After a little bit, you get used to the way that the character feels, and it feels good. Right? As far as systems and things, World of Warcraft is very limited. There's the professions. The professions can be used to do other professions to make gear or items. This game takes that system interaction to a whole new level. Like everything is connected through money, through the different nodes, through the all the systems. Crazy pants. Somebody got that tree? All these trees are taken. Somebody ran around here already. Not this one. Nope. Not the maple. Oops, I got rid of my, there we go. My marker. Nice. So now I'm skilled. In one little session here, I've gone from beginner all the way up to skilled. So it's beginner, advanced, skilled. Let's see. What is it? Where's hunting? Hunting is really hard to level. Yeah. So, beginner. Wait, hold on. What was it? Beginner, apprentice, skilled, professional, artisan, master, and then guru. So here are all the professions, but then per your server, there's also the rankings. So this is another reason why people love to log in every day to progress. Oh, hey, my little worker. My worker is right here with me. So if gathering, I just hit skilled 1. So I'm not even going to get shown on this list. And this list is per server. So right here we have somebody that has definitely played the game a long time. And they very much enjoy leveling because they're guru level 14. Fishing, guru 20. You know, these people have played for a long time. They've used the same character. Guru 41. That's insane. That's so high. 36. You know. So for every skill, sailing, bartering, how much money you have, growth, so what level you are, and then there's this PvP battleground. Now I'm only on here level 5 for the total amount of gold that I have. And that's only because I haven't sold or haven't bought anything in a while. And see, if you look here above all these characters, this guy is level 1 and he is the number 1 on the server for hunting, cooking, processing, but then he's rank 3 for gathering and trading. If you look above my head where it says Gibs and Vey, it says I am the 5th for money. This guy is the 4th for money right here. So it's really cool system that'll allow people to see, oh wow, this person is really good. Now, I only have this because I'm on the Olivia server, which is the new and returning people server. So if I was on a regular server, I would be nothing compared to the people that have been playing this game competitively. They have so much more money, and it like I said, the more you play the game, the more money you spend, the more you're going to progress. Both or all of that is going to get you to progress in this game. That's my thoughts on Black Desert Online. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in and getting your daily dose of vitamin G. And I hope you have a great evening, afternoon, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. All right. Peace, love, and the perfect margarita. I'll see you next time. Bye.